Welcome back to the Middle East Closed Qualifier for the minor. We just saw FIREMIX take the first map up against your boys over on Juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't quite have enough juices to keep it flowing there on Mirage. They sort of petered out at the end, couldn't really get things going towards the end of that T side. It felt like FIREMIX had kind of adapted to their execute heavy style, and once they got their economy rolling, they sort of closed it out from there.
And then they were also hitting the better shots too, which
True.
I feel like it came down to a lot of the time. You did see lots of 1v1s, 1v2s right at the end.
Lots of clutches, yeah, exciting stuff. So hopefully we'll see more of that on Cash. Not sure whose pick is which, but I don't think it really matters when it comes down to these kind of maps as much.
Okay.
Although Couch can be a little bit of a defining point in the map pool sometimes. Some teams definitely a little bit better on your Cash than others, especially in the pro scene as well. See a lot of teams with the hard veto of Cash or SK for a long time. Hard veto Cash, but once he had to start worrying about Nuke, had to learn to play it. So
Yeah.
we're actually heading on to Juicy's map pick, which
Okay.
interesting. I mean, they got very close in the last one. They look pretty, how would I say it, cohesive. They look like they knew what they were doing on Mirage.
Except with the economy.
True, yeah, they definitely did not get their grenades, and grenades are very important. Make sure you save your money, lads, because
Especially on cash.
yeah, yeah, 100%. So many positions you can molly. In fact, I'm pretty sure like when mollies just came into the game and no one was really sure, is this good and like worth the money? Which obviously now they're ridiculous, and of course they are.
Yep.
Cash was really the map that popularized the use of Molotovs to clear out positions like checkers and stuff like that. Just clear out a couple of those angles, dot your I's, cross your T's. You don't have to check extra things where
Yep.
you previously you would have had to hard clear them with very good spacing or flashes in previous versions of CS, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
definitely have changed the ways.
There was a demo that was out on YouTube. You know, back when they used to have the in-game player comms on the live events.
Yeah.
It was before I started casting a while ago. Cloud9, I think it was Sean Gares calling a molly strat on the A site.
Yeah.
He's like, everyone buy mollies, everyone buy it. And it just flushed out the site completely. Anyone that was on site, forced out into the open, they just killed them, took the site, won the round.
A bit more of a common occurrence nowadays,
Yep.
unless someone drops a smoke or something like that, or you get out in front of their mollies and do your best. But
Yep.
definitely a very powerful grenade tool that, I mean, for a team like Juicy, who has picked the map, should know how to make the best of them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's their map now, and they looked sharp enough on Mirage, so we should be able to see them take it. But once again, another point, instead of the economy, you did notice that they were buying up those HEs instead of going for the Molotovs. So that
True.
comes down to essentially utility prioritization. And if you're not going for those mollies, if you don't want to flush people out, if you want to go for the HE stacks, which I believed were going to come out, they never really did. You know, that although Cash is a map with HEs, there are more nade stackable areas, you know, more common positions that people play, and it can definitely, you know, go into the T's favour. CT's not so much, or, you know, might eat my words there, but we'll
Look
see.
back. Have you ever tried to rush B on the T side through B main? The smoke comes in, you go, great, let's keep moving, let's move towards this B main smoke, and then the double nade comes out from heaven into B main, and you go, oh, well, do we stop in the middle of the smoke and cancel? No, of course not. We keep running, and then one guy just sprays all of you down,
Yep.
and you're very sad, and all of a sudden you're out of the qualifier for something, and you know.
Been there. Oh,
Yeah.
not for qualifiers, fortunately, but been there.
Well, definitely can come into play on the CT side. Molly's very important. HE is very important. The smokes. You know what? All the grenades are very good. They should be buying them, although Juicy weren't last map, which tends to make me a little bit upset, but that's fine. They got
Yep.
very close on their opponent's map pick. Show me a good map now, and all faith will be restored. All will be forgiven, Mac.
Yeah, well, Cash is a good map, so, you know, you're in luck.
In general? Just in general?
In general, it's a good map.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not
And
a
I don't
fan of
know why
Cash
it's been
personally.
changed. No, actually, it needs to be changed. It
You
needs to, yeah, it doesn't need to, needs a strong word. But, you know, it does spice up the gameplay, spice up the meta a little bit.
It's a, look, I feel like it's a bit of a boring map because it's just very straightforward. I feel like a lot of the things that are interesting little additions on other maps tend to be a bit of a non-factor, like the squeaky door on Catch, like the fact that B only really has the one entrance from main, but you can go in through vent. I don't know. Just tend to get very bored watching some Cash myself, but I'd like to be proven wrong. Sometimes you can see some really spicy cash games with some nice little strats coming out. Why do we have ghost chickens? I thought we were past that Halloween update, but anyway, still rocking the ghost chickens, especially on a map like Cash. I mean, it's probably just because it's the map fly through and has nothing to do with the present timeline of the updates. But anyway, let's not mention that. Viper, he's got himself a smoke and a Molotov. Let's see what they're actually going to go for in this round. He's actually heading towards B with the double boost, so I'd imagine that's going to be a smoke onto CT and a molly on Heaven, but first headshot goes away. Blitz starting out strong with the double headshot again, just like in the last map.
But the bomb has been retrieved, and Adams shutting down the B push.
They're so good at the CT pistol. It's the same thing as last time, Mark. They're just wiping them out.
Exactly. It's a repeat of what we've seen
They love those
before.
juicy gushes. Those juicy headshot sounds.
Blitz just so sharp with those USPs. It's a shame we don't see that on the eco rounds. You know, he hasn't really been doing the damage with the USPs, only on the pistols. Maybe he just needs that confidence, needs to back himself, needs to crack a cold one and, think about his problems,
Straight into a pause following the round win.
It's a bit rough.
Yeah, they need to play faster.
You're right, they do. Especially, you can't really play faster if the pause is coming in.
No, you can't.
That's definitely a roadblock there.
I don't think they possibly could pause faster unless it was before the pistol round even started, though. Looking like probably going to be a save out of the tees. Sensible stuff from them. But the question is, how many headshots can they get with the... Never mind. Straight into the force. Last second. Hopefully that's been enough time for them to think about what they're going to do and not just call a round where they all spread out with deagles and do their best. Because that always is a bit of a yikes from me.
Well, it was FIREMIX that was trying to play with the meta on the CT side, right? That saved that USP into the second round, hoping that there was no helmets.
This isn't even a good map for a force either.
No.
Like, it's just not... This is just not kosher whatsoever.
It's just a bad situation that looks like it is about to get worse as the MP9 here at 4 gets the flick, but Tech9 coming out on top. Crank finding the frag himself, and now on the 3v3. The bomb should go down, and this will be great for FIREMIX's economy going into the third. But now Molotov forcing Blitz back there. But Mad Hacker on the flank won't check his corners. Free frag there for Cool, who picks up another $600 going into the third. But in the 2v3, two of the FIREMIX players are quite low, below half HP here. And with this M4, Adams could do a bunch of damage.
Got a kit.
Has been spotted. Finding the A-main player, knowing that there should be one at quad, but that is going to be shut down by Blitz on the flank there. Good cover. Now as the door is shut, there's an M4 here holding. Beautiful retake from Juicey to pick up a second round.
Yeah, definitely shutting down that Beagle buy. But with only 2 CTs alive, I would really like to see FIREMIX either buy with AKs and Glils, or just buy some Deagles and keep chipping away that CT economy. Either way that they go, I'm totally fine with. I love this, actually.
You love what?
I love the fact that they're buying him.
Okay. Deagle, 2 AKs, 2 Galils. Light util, but could potentially catch Juicey off guard. We see Mad Hacker even with the glass cannon, so if he doesn't hit his shots, he could be punished.
Less like a Mad Hacker and more like a madman right now. Going up against all of those. Kanku gets caught out in no man's land.
I keep on thinking he's actually called Mad Hatter, I'm not going to lie. I really want to do some Alice in Wonderland references, but it's not going to happen.
Haven't seen it personally, so I wouldn't get it.
Disappointing there, but Mad Hacker not hitting those shots, not putting those hats on. Invakes here, out in the open, playing with fire, but he will fall back. And in the 3v4, he's looking to bring it back in the favour. But Adams is going to be the man to do it. Viper in the cutout, good discipline not to peek into the spray. Will find one and almost a second, but a good trade there for Invakes, but Crank now bringing it back for FIREMIX, and spray transfer not going to be hit as we do see NK trying to hold, peeking wide and just catching Invakes off at the perfect moment. And there you go. So FIREMIX finding their first round of the map, looking to equalise into the fourth. And Juicey's economy quite in the bin at the moment. Blitz
Absolutely
will buy
cooked,
some
isn't it?
body armour, but will he go for the guns as well? No. No is the answer.
Well, they have to go for a double eco anyway, because Adams has bought himself a deagle.
Oh, Blitz has gone back and bought a deagle too, so a bit late there, but he has eventually made a decision.
Come on, lads. It's 2018. You've had time to learn the money. The CS in general has been out for so many years now. There's no excuse.
There really isn't. But I guess, I don't know. I didn't really start thinking about economy until someone said, why are you doing that?
Look,
why are you doing that, you know?
You know what the perfect time to think about economy is?
What?
When you're in the upper bracket of the Middle East qualifier to go to the minor.
That is a good... Yep, you're right.
If you're ever going to start, that's a good time to start, all right?
It is an important aspect of the game. But there you go. So Viper, he's gone down 2 to the deagle of Blitz. So investment almost been worth it already. And the CT started to rotate off of the B side. Now getting aggressive out in the open. Crank and Zero Cool opening up the B side there. NK holding strong, knows exactly where the final gamer is. Going straight into the crosshair. Invakes will lose that noggin as well as FIREMIX take a second and tie it up at 2 rounds apiece.
Economy still cooked though for your boys on Juicy. They're going to have to be saving. They're going to need some more time to ripen up and develop before they can unleash all their juices in the next round.
Do you reckon 1 round is enough time to ripen?
They've had 2 now.
Oh, you're right. I was thinking you were about to say as a general long-term thing, and then you're like, into the next round. So I was like, oh, all right. You've got some hope there for the Juicy boys.
I believe.
You know, but mangoes, once they get juicy, they start going rotten. So if they let the fire cook the mangoes away, we'll have some dried mango on our hands.
And I mean, I really want to go off on a tangent, tell a personal story about dried mango, but look, it's probably not broadcaster friendly.
Oh, you're telling me before I go home.
They really need to be retained.
Oh, so Invakes catching that flash. Terrible decision. But good job, Shano. Here we go. Crank making a huge amount of noise, just trying to bait aggression from Juicy. He's not going to be successful yet. Oh, Mad Hacker goes out, shoulder peeking. Gets the info spotting. Adams over to check is potentially, but still posted on the corner as that bomb slowly starts to make its way back to mid, actually. I thought it was going to head to that A site.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well, because NK's getting a lot of info here at A, and I'm surprised he's not going to pry more. They're going to deny this pistol push from the CTs, but Mad Hacker's going to get himself 1. Can he double up? Oh, he's got a lot of damage across the T's, though, and Kanku in the off angle under heaven.
Oh, the spam. Almost successful, but that inaccuracy from the deagle coming into play there. And a flash molly towards heaven, allowing that bomb to cross over to site. Planted safe, though. Questionable, but Blitz only with that deagle. Not sure if he can make this work. HE looked almost in the perfect position, but the Molotov forcing Blitz away from the wall, so no damage will be done, but revealing his position now, quick swapping is going to allow Viper to get a free headshot.
But this is what we've been waiting for.
The buy round.
The juicy buy round.
The juicy buy round.
Not just a single ult, but a double. We're picking the Harvest dry, Mac. Straight down to the last one. See if it's going to work out for them or whether they'll be left with absolutely nothing heading into the next round. T's with plenty of money to play with, all the util across the board, not rocking any AWPs. And it's looking like a pretty similar round for the most part. FIREMIX, they've been playing some pretty defaulty Counter-Strike. Grenade pressure towards B, just denying any push towards A main or door. There's a boost into mid-round, see what Zero Cool can get done in middle. But they're really running the CT utility dry. However, though, Blitz is going to grab himself a frag. Out come the T's onto the A-bomb site.
Good flick there. Kanku just couldn't connect on the second man. Okay, last alive, ready for the smoke push. Gets tagged down to 34, but in the 1v3, it's looking rough as that bomb is down towards a forklift on the A site. And now as he does go quickly through the B site, although the rotation coming up from Mad Hacker, who is not ready for this push here. 1 bullet has landed, but it's not on the head. Now the information has been regained by Juicy. But Blitz making his way towards vent there. Might have actually heard the rotate back towards B main. Not sure if that has been communicated. Ooh, seems to be. As now Mad Hacker comes towards a main crossfire, holding there, but Blitz was ready, cutting him off at the pass. And Juicy will finally find a third, keeping it close yet again on the second map of the series. And now into the 7th. That double op setup is still here. And FIREMIX, what are they going to do? Oh, we've got Crank on the scout, so they've gone for the force buy as well. 4 AK-47s here. 3 sets of util to play with, and it looks like they are going to start to show some presence over towards B early on, but Kanku is here and ready and aggressive as well in front of the smoke. Catching Viper out with util in hand. Bomb goes down. Now in a great position here, not going to be sprayed at.
Just chilling in the corner, waiting for anyone to come through the smoke. That's a brave boy. Drops another smoke though, and he's copped the end of that spray from Cool. The rotation's coming out from the CTs. Adams has got all of A main. Best of luck trying to bail out of this beast bombsight push at this point. But they are slowly starting to spread back across the map. All that action happened so quick in that round, and we've still got 1:10 on the clock to watch the rest of this round resolve. T's now starting to slowly take some more map control, heading back to square one, and then moving away from T spawn.
And look at this, does Adam bite the apple? Is he about to find a bite? How are we going?
Oh, he's not in A main.
He's not in A main.
He's run the boost the whole time.
So the map's thrown us off completely. And A site's essentially free. They have to get past Blitz on the AWP. But will they be able to do it? So Adams listening for info. He probably has heard the boost here. NK slow clearing all the corners, looking down, and he will be successful. So Adams, I guess, out of position. Not really, but could have been in a much better position in that situation.
I'll tell you what's a good position when you don't have a cross smoke on the T's. Truck.
And, you know.
And that molly smoke's probably just not going to cut it.
We'll see this one firsthand. Almost finding the second. Getting the damage through the metal of the forklift, and NK goes down as well. 4 seconds to plant. Crank tries to fight, but it's too little, too late for FIREMIX, and Juicy holding strong, using those long lines of sight and connecting the shots they need to. Beautiful round from the boys in blue.
Double AWP has delivered. I mean, in that late round, the T's really didn't have much utility to fall back on, and all of the lines of sight, as you put it, were very successful. Playing the retake A with no cross smoke coming out is always extremely effective. It's going to be a tactic balls outside from FIREMIX. They're going to weigh up their options, decided whether force buying is a good idea or nah. I'm going to go with nah.
Or nah. Let's just, yeah. So, yeah,
Sorry,
nah.
That's the too much time spent in Kentucky.
Fried chicken?
The fried chicken was not good. Not a fan of KFC. Tell you what is good though. You get yourself some shrimp and grits, or you know.
What is grits?
Grits is like a substitute for it's like a savory porridge.
That sounds bad.
Delicious.
It's just bad. It's probably bad. It sounds bad. Terrible name. All right, so Tech 9 spam is also bad once you commit to that one. Good nade, though, tagging Zero Cool down to 52 HP, and Mad Hacker will finish him off. The AWP Blitz holding strong with 5-7, looking for one, knows there are 2 more, gets the headshot onto NK. And no bullets left in the clip, but Invakes just enough time to rotate down and help his teammate, finding the final 2 frags for the round, and Juicy find a 5th, now 2 in the lead over FIREMIX.
Yeah, and they're cleaning out these rounds so cleanly. They're getting their money built up so much. The double AWP absolutely flourishing. Look at the money on all these players. 2, 3K, 4K across the board. Beautiful stuff to be seeing. They won't be reset anytime soon. And best of luck resetting them or even putting them in a precarious position with such limited utility on the T side once again. Blitz having a hell of a game once again. Good to see from the man.
It's what this map is all about. All aim. Bit of brain. Wouldn't say no brain. I'll tell you what's a no-brainer. This little crossfire here. Shroud not going to be checked either. Going straight to fork first and not finding the info. So Adams and Invakes, great positioning here. There should be a trade coming out. Invakes just shooting down below, but NK, beautiful flick upwards. Getting the headshot. Zero Cool, bringing it back to the 2v2. Catching a CT up on the wall there as Kanku falls. And that bomb still not out on the site. So Blitz last alive in a 1v2 with an AWP. What can he do?
Probably not a whole lot, I would say. I mean, I'm surprised FIREMIX got away with that round. Juicey had such a good setup to be able to deal with that. Just flash through the A smoke, but they couldn't convert. Notably, the player on Shroud, they're having a bit of a tough time converting those frags. Would not recommend going for this one if you're blitz, because your economy is still doing good, but he has picked himself up a rifle, which indicates he probably does want to go for it. He probably want
up a
to
lag
be...
spike there too.
Yeah, potentially. Maybe he's just taking a moment to recollect himself so he can pick up the first kill. What an off angle though.
Almost hits the flick too. But FIREMIX just edging that one out, so keeping it close. And look at the economy here for FIREMIX. We are going to see some Galils, potentially an SMG for Cool.
Yeah, Adams is going to have a little bit of a struggle as well as Mad Hacker, but the potential is still there for them to be able to close this round out. And if they do so, they will reap the rewards, potentially resetting FIREMIX. So a very important round for both teams in this first half to be able to get a bit of a foothold, but that's not a great use of your low buy if you're Adams. However, Blitz, oh my god, triples up from Sandbags.
Goes wide, big balls Blitz, absolutely amazing. And the bomb's down in mid, so there is essentially no way that Juicey can lose this round, but, you know, stranger things have happened, and Kanku's pre-scoped pushing into B main might actually find some contact. But Cool falls back, waits for some aggression, and surely he's not going to sit short side mid here. Oh, he's thinking about it. A very one-and-done position in this situation, peeking into the scope of Kanku, which eventually made its way through B main, and now last alive is Zero Cool. You know, it's not Mirage anymore, it's a little bit more chilly in Russia, and it seems like he's going to have a bit of a rough game.
Potentially.
Cash is in Russia, right?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay. You didn't hit me with a yes, you said yes. You got to be on my side here.
I know, though. I know whether it is or not.
Well, my theory has been proven incorrect, and Zero Cool gets the info, peeks out. Good spray down under Blitz, but can't beat the AWP of Kanku, who finds his second for the round. And Juicey picking up a sixth. Now 2 in the lead over FIREMIX.
I already told you, Mac. You say yes when you don't know.
Ah.
If you know, you don't go in with a yes.
I'm sorry, Master. Please teach me more.
We're working on it. Mac the intern, he's still learning.
Mac the intern.
It's only his first couple of days.
That'll be my next tag on the talent announcement. The intern.
That should be your Twitter name.
Mac the intern.
Mac the intern.
Just non-stop forever.
Alright.
Oh,
This is a force buy. Oh my god, a quick one.
Oh, body blocking in the smoke. Somehow proving a bit of an effect here. Finding the famous gets a 2K, and the fast rotate from the rest of the team is just enough to lock the round down for Juicey. Now that was absolutely, just absolute chaos.
That's what I wanted to see this game. I wanted to see that every round. None of these boring tactics. Who uses tactics nowadays? Just run through a smoke.
That was a tactic. It was a body block.
Oh, yeah.
Full-on CT side tactic.
Look, I don't think that was intentional.
Oh, 100%.
Body blocking, it's a bit more of a thing in Dota. Not as much in Gabe's less favourite game.
Did you see the positioning? He was perfectly off the wall that no one could sneak by him. So it had to be deliberate. Anyway, we are going to see a 2-man boost coming out up here, but the counter boost Blitz here. The M4 with some shots. Info is going to be gained straight through the smoke. That is not going to be effective at all. And Mad Hacker and Blitz finding the frag apiece, and in the 3v4, Mad Hacker looking for one more. Very cool. It's going to be close here. Up on the toxic barrels. But almost in a crossfire. Uses the Molotov to split that one up, and that skull has been split as well. Viper finding Blitz on 2v3. Teeth of the man advantage. Kanku with the whiff, but Invakes does pull it back. NK just holding his ground. Will be wrapped on in a moment. Surely Viper showing some presence over towards B. But Invake still at forklift. Just working the angles. Trying to manipulate the timing in his favour. But here we go. The rotate coming out from Kanku. So he has left the eyesight and the A site.
He's got no eyesight. He's got no eyesight on anyone at all.
I need to get my glasses checked. Or my eyes checked. One or the other.
Probably both.
There you go. So Viper, he's found the rotator, but I'm not sure if they actually spotted the bomb on NK here. He's got the P250.
He's got an M4 in his hand.
I think it had no ammo bullets, as opposed to the
Not ammo
The
bullets.
not ammo bullets. Oh, it's getting a bit late for me. I only woke up at 11. I can't even say it's getting late.
True.
Yeah.
What time? I got up at like a nice 8:30. Didn't want to get up, but the missus, you know, she was feeling it today. Had a big one.
Feeling what?
Nothing at all. Nothing that's not broadcast friendly. We
Okay.
went on a nice run, you know. Well, okay.
Oh, yeah, Kanku. Ooh, settle down, Abby. And here we go. Viper making some noise over towards the B site there, but he will shift walk his way away, looking to hopefully hold some rotators as the bomb is still over towards A, but FIREMIX letting that clock tick down just a little bit.
Yeah, look, the T's are holding a little bit of everything, but they don't have a whole lot of utility to be able to do anything after that. I mean, they're kind of just hoping for a CT to push them or something like that to be able to get a pick and make things easier for them. Obviously, once you get that first pick up against the CT side, they have to spread it thin, spread it like peanut butter jelly.
Which we don't have in Australia, just by the way. It's called jam. Anyway, here we are, Blitz. Going around the smoke, finds one, but traded out. NK, ready for it. And now Invakes, great discipline here. Still holding on site. Kanku watching for the cross. I'm not sure if there is a smoke to break it up just yet. But the T's grouping up in a main there. Still one lurking at mid. Viper looking to cut up the flank, snake his way around, and here we are. Good flash, should blind the T's. Ooh, Crank though. Partially blind, will find the headshot onto Invakes and take that quad control. The bomb is still in a main with 10 seconds to get to site and plant. And here we are, the flank proving effective onto Adams there. Waiting for Mad Hacker as well, who goes down. Now Kanku in the smoke, goes straight through. Oh, the timing here, look at that. Stops the bomb plant, but he does fall down. A Zero Cool ring around the Rosies and made his way back on the flank. Now
The jump saved his life.
Jump, yeah, it really did. Got him on the legs.
Just saw him creeping through the smoke, and it's a moment of terror, isn't it? When you realise all your teammates have failed you.
Like, hey guys, cover me. Don't worry, I'm just going to walk through this smoke. He won't be in there, 100%. Anyway, second last round of the half. And Juicey are just going to try to save and buy up into the next. Adams on 1400 though might have a rough one. You know, said to the boys, sorry boys, can't shout tonight. Can you spot me a rifle?
A ruffle or a rifle?
A ruffle? What did I say? A waffle?
A ruffle or a rifle?
$1 waffle cones at Macca's, boys. You heard it there first. I think Jordan, it's that Jordan walking up the stairs. All it takes is to mention waffle cones and he's just back in the room.
There you go.
He loves his ice cream, that man. Elfish
He
guy.
does. He'll walk all the way across unnamed city for a waffle cone. Especially if it's on special.
Did the city move spots?
Maybe it did.
Is it on a identity program?
Everything's in constant motion, Mac.
Hidden from
The
the
world's
people.
spinning on its axis.
You know Atlantis is actually just Brisbane, right?
Really?
Yeah, it's just been relocated.
That's why there's so much water everywhere.
Yeah, it tastes like dirt too. It's brought it all from the bottom of the ocean.
You know what else is going to taste not so good? Walking into a B bomb site stack.
With 2 Deagles, a 5.7 and a P250, and the action is about to begin. Here we go. FIREMIX about to make the biggest mistake of their life, but can they hit their shots? Zero Cool starting it strong. Yeah, Mad Hacker falling as well now. Crank through the box, just can't connect there. Pulling out the Glock, knowing that there is no armor on the CTs,
They're
and
not
that
peeking
will...
together, they're all just hiding.
Yeah, that was a bit of a rough decision. So they found the stack, and they've cracked the chest open as we watch MC's beautiful camp.
That's one of my favourites.
We
I
always
call
have
it the tunnel.
You have to mention it every time.
Yeah.
Because it's just so
Am I
pretty.
allowed to name MC Smooths? Because that one's definitely the tunnel.
The tunnel.
150. Oh, he's gone for the 49. That would have worked out though. Ooh, he almost hit 2. Blitz though. Would not recommend.
No. I would not either.
What can you really do though? You haven't got the best of buys. Got to take risks somewhere. However, FIREMIX will be well ready for that one. Now, like we said, T-side gets way easier when you get the first pick because all the CTs have to spread out. They have to try to take some risks to get themselves back in the round from that point. Some of them paying off, some of them not.
Well, we saw Mad Hacker fall into the B site, which was almost open, but Kanko on the fast rotation has left mid open as well, though. So Viper coming in through the vent area. Checkers controlling his way, but Adams has found NK over towards A. With that, an AK. Kanko damaged through the smoke, almost getting another shot on there. Beautiful knowledge, beautiful game sense to find a couple of shots, but there we are, Viper. Shutting down in Vax now on the 2v2. Viper looking the wrong direction, not expecting the two-man push from B main. But here we are, Zero call, good positioning, finds one, and now with only 2 HP, is he going to be able to clutch it? There is a pistol in the hands of Kanko, which is all it needs to do, is hit that one shot. That has been done, and now Juicy finding a 9th going into the second half of the second map of the best of 3.
That's absolutely huge, though. Usually you would expect the T side to be a little bit favoured on cash. So going up 9-6 on CT, especially when they were running into so many economic troubles, is a huge result there for the boys on Juicy. See if they can keep the momentum going by picking up the pistol, or whether things are going to get a little bit rougher, a little bit closer. All the games today so far that we've seen have been close affairs. No one-sided stomps, which is what we love to see. Close, exciting Counter-Strike. Lots of clutches, action-packed. Few memes sprinkled in there. Maybe a little few too many tonight, Mac. But
never too many. Never too many. That's a quote that I live by. Never too many. All right.
Look, I can agree with you because I've seen you live up to that one. So in person.
Oh, get off the comms quick. Anyway, back talking about Counter-Strike, not other things. Anything else? We'll you know, hopefully get back into the game as the match is going live. So if we do see FIREMIX pick up the pistol, it should potentially favour them to potentially get their way back into the map. But if Juicy take it, it is going to be a rough one. A scorcher, some would say, for FIREMIX to try to get back into it.
Juicy been pretty good on these pistol rounds so far. Let's see if they're going to continue the trend.
Viper with the push, not actually going to find any contact up on boost there. Could potentially be flanked. And the aggression paying off. All of this information won't clear B, but here we are, Crank trying to connect through the smoke there. Finding one and looking for some more, but the bomb will go down successfully, and the CTs are just going to play retake. Kanko has been spotted up on boost, and he will have a bit of a tiff here at mid. But a decent damage so far. Viper one headshot and he could fall too. Just baiting, holding this T in jail. Not giving him the key. But now the CT's looking to come together here. What an effort to find that one. Look how much damage he's done too. Viper down to 75. Crank down to 2 HP. And a late retake coming in, and Mad Hacker will find the angle there onto Zero Cool. In Vakes, not much he has to do here, although good shot from Viper, as well as NK will bring this round back in their favour. There is a kit on NK here, but does he have the time? Oh, he does.
Wow.
He's just done it. I thought that was the round. I just, you know, couldn't count to 35, 30 seconds, whatever the time is. Keeps on changing.
Pretty hard to count a bar. That's all I'm going to say.
Count a bar.
Just a bar that slowly fills up.
It is very rough on our
It's like the old school loading bars. That's like... I don't know how many people have played StarCraft 2, but that loading bar is definitely not a good, how do I say it, good measure of how close you are to getting into the game. You can sit there, you know the ones that like jerk up a little bit more every time?
Pretty sure League does that as well.
Yeah.
Some people stay on like 1%.
Yeah, it just stops there and you're like,
in.
what does this mean?
Yeah, right.
I'm being given no useful information here about how long until I'm going to be gaming. With Kanko, speaking of gaming, he is a gamer, picking up the first headshot, but getting shut down by Cool, who's in a very precarious position. Gonna have to drop the Molotov there. Forces out 1T. He's making some money, but Blitz gonna pick him up. Still a 3-on-2, should favour the CT, especially when Zero Cool is gonna be pushing through the B main smoke. But Blitz, dear Lord, this man's sharp. More headshots. He's picked up a Molotov.
And an M4. So now this is the danger zone. 21-11 this man so far. And just looking to keep on counting up with those numbers.
He was money in the last map as well, but Invex has definitely really stepped up in this map as well to give Juicy's a little bit of extra firepower, and you're seeing it in their round count and their potential to be able to win this round. Dear God, there's another one for Blitz. It's 2-on-1. Zero Cool's going to have to keep his cool, but Blitz is on the rafter. I don't think so, Mac.
No, I don't think
What's
so
that?
either.
Was that 4 or 5?
It was 4. That was a big 4.
Huge impact kills.
Huge frags on a round that probably shouldn't have gone Juicy's way. Now look at this FIREMIX's economy. Once again, you know, thrown in the campfire.
Not in a good way.
Burnt into cinders. Mixed into the cake. I don't know, something else that's probably not super relevant to FIREMIX. But spicy cakes, they're not a thing. So, you know, if you've ever made a spicy cake.
That's not true. What about carrot cake? That's got tons of spices in it.
Oh, I'm talking like chili spicy.
Well, things are going to be getting a little spicy here as we're going to have a bit of a brawl on the A-bomb site. Lots of CTs, lots of Ts. They're going into the bomb site, Mark.
Here we are, Blitz finding one, almost a second with that M4. Kanku wrapping around, not ready for the Deagle onto NK there. And now the 3v1, this is potentially going to go back in FIREMIX's favour. The bomb is in the hands of Juicy with a whole minute to play with. He decides to stand out in the open, which is probably one of the silliest things I've seen. Not a lot you can do. You have to make some decisions, and unfortunately, it is very easy to make a bad decision in a scenario like that.
Oh, speaking of bad decisions, spending your money poorly is one of the ones that you can make in Counter-Strike, and it's going to be the force buy. Not necessarily going to be the worst of decisions, because
I just wanted to let you know that carrot isn't a spice.
Cinnamon is.
Cinnamon is, but you said carrot cake, and you know there's only carrot and cake in carrot cake, so.
Okay. Just like there's only stir and fry and stir fry, right, Mac?
You can't fault it. It's the best logic, right?
All right. Speaking of logic and decision making, Juicy going to have a bit of a slower round this time around. Going to take their time, try to make a high percentage play. Molotov going to be used into vent. That's going to flush out a counter-terrorist. Viper, he doesn't like the flames. He's going to head his way out of the vents, which, in all honesty, the Molotov logically should last less time in the vents. More room for air to get out and extinguish. That sort of feeds the flames.
Yeah, feeds the flames. Better airflow, right? Just like Viper, putting some more oxygen in the server as he gets 3 gone. He gets 3 gone. You know, absolutely beautiful, marvelous play. This
just
and that.
Just like the casting to go with it. And Bum's going to go down for Invex. He's had a huge step up in this game so far, but I think this might be a bridge too far for him. I mean, a 1-on-3 with the CTs all in some differing positions. He's going to have to navigate this one very carefully indeed.
Back out into the open, though. He, you know, can't isolate these 1v1s. Gets a little bit of info, but looking the wrong direction. Perfect peek from Viper to find the quad. And now FIREMIX taking a 9th, so back and forth. Both teams' economy going to be pretty rough into the 20th round.
Yeah, it definitely will be. But, you know, order has been restored a little bit. I'm hoping Juicy don't buy in this next one because there's not a whole lot of reason to. Just buy some deagles, keep trying to get some kills on some of these CT players, keep their economy nice and low, and then let's try and get back into it in the gun round. You're ahead in rounds. Kanku's gone down to $1,000 for what feels like the 4th or the 5th time in this series alone. Please learn to spend your money.
Look at the, I guess the peak in the kills there. Blitz on 23, I think it was. Everyone else essentially on single digits.
Invix is doing very well for himself in this map as well. It's just he reconnected, so his score is not representative of where he's actually at.
Very confusing.
He's pretty close to 20 himself.
Oh, Viper, look at the timing, just letting the T's run through. Checkers there, but he is going to shut him down.
The triangle of doom.
Triangle. What is it?
Site, checker, and vent.
Oh, there you go.
There's probably better triangles in the game.
Like the Bermuda Triangle.
Ooh, Illuminati.
Spooky. Huh?
Illuminati.
Illuminati. Get out of here. Stop talking about my religion.
Alright. Can you tell us a little bit about your religion back?
Nah, dude,
now that we're having a pause. Oh. Okay, good. Good summary. Well, CT economy starting to get built up a little bit. Viper rolling in the cash. He's going to buy himself plenty of food, a couple of mices, some guinea pigs, and some other things that snakes like to eat.
like scorpions.
Okay.
Do they? I don't know.
I don't know.
They have sharp teeth. They could probably pierce the skin.
Maybe.
But some venom exchange is going to happen here. As FIREMIX even it out at 10 rounds each. And it looks like both teams have bought as best they can. Now Viper, he's gotten one at mid there, but the trade eventually coming out. Blitz fast over the roof. Kanku holding strong, but he can't connect. Invake's on the trade. And that has opened up the A site. There you go, you're right. He's on fire and he's on the right team. Well, he's actually on the wrong team. He's on the right team to put it out. And he hasn't been spotted and he's going to find himself the 4K with the sneaky little peek there at Truck.
Sneaky peeky. Just
catching both the CTs off guard. First one unaware and the second one once again with his pants down. I'm not sure if that's allowed in public, but we are in a server, so I guess it's private, hopefully.
We are in Russia, so a little bit more acceptable than some other countries, maybe. As see if the T's
I don't know
be able to break down the CT economy once and for all here, Mac.
I'll tell you what is unacceptable. The fact that FIREMIX have bought into yet another when their economy was essentially into the bin.
Nah, it wasn't that bad. I think they're in a decent spot. The double flash.
And the double spray down. Blitz with the 2K. One CT remaining, baiting almost. But is it going to be the play? The bomb has been left. And Juicey hesitate and go for the rotate all the way to B. They might have actually heard Cool making his way up highway there.
Here we got Cut walking through B main. See if he can cut off some rotations, Mac. There's potential there.
Ooh. Is that 7 a T? Is this 2 games in a row with someone with a sneaky name?
Maybe.
Oh, Cut. You've thrown me off, and Cool is here to extinguish, but he is going to be disintegrated himself. Zero Cool holding from triple, finding 2. Good Molotov straight onto the bomb, and the time is still here. A good cover from Viper there. Look at this. Trying to get back to help out his teammate, but Zero Cool actually peeking a little bit too wide there, and Viper falls as well. He's absolutely done it, finding the final 2 frags, and 12 rounds for Juicey.
That's 2 rounds in a row. Just has an absolutely massive impact. Him and Blitz are just dragging Juicey, kicking and screaming through this game. Oh my lord. Another reset to the CT economy, but that's not going to be all she wrote. Juicey, if they do close this one out very swiftly up against the Pistols, they will build that money up a little bit. You can see 4 of them really struggling, except for Inver, who's had some massive rounds. The last 2 just winning those 2 gun rounds. Oh my god, Viper. He's having a huge game for himself as well.
But we did have Cut there on the trade, so it has brought it back to the 4v4. That leg not actually spotted by Adams, and teammate potentially baiting here. Good dink, 2-tap for NK. But Cut finding 1 more onto Cool at the top of highway there. But now Zero Cool in the corner is going to be checked, but Cut looks away a little bit too early. Now his teammates rotating in from B main, but if Zero Cool can just hide, it will buy the time for his teammates to rotate. Molotov coming out, Zero Cool faces. And now with a minute remaining, the T's are heading back towards B. There is an AK here in the hand of Crank, which he has stumbled upon, but look at all of this information he is gaining. NK going for the AK rather than the fast rotate. Now Crank up highway. May actually be able to hold, but he doesn't have his gun out and looks straight at the flash, and that is not what you want to do if you're trying to, I guess, anchor a site. Wasn't really on the site, though, so...
Give him a pass. It's all on NK in the 1-on-2 in a pretty good position here. No kit for him, so he's going to have to get this done rather fast back. There's almost one, but the aim punch is a massive factor there, and Mad Hacker is able to close it out. 3 guns lost for the T's is going to put a little bit more pressure on their economy. Inva, whatever you want to call him, he's going to have to drop over at least 1 riffle. CT's now able to buy, though, and it's their last chance to get back into this game unless they want to fight for OT here, Mac.
But do we want to see OT?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Always.
Keeping it close?
Yeah.
Competitive Counter-Strike. Oh, see that there, what Mad Hacker has done?
What has he done?
Boosted on the man standing next to Coil. Not a lot of people know you can do that.
Not a lot of people know mans are slightly harder than coils.
You know, well, that's right. You know, mathematically that is correct. So thank you for that analysis.
It's my job. That's what I'm here for.
How many coils does it take to do a 3-man stack?
I don't know, but how many kills can Inver get in these last couple of gun rounds to win Juicy the game? I suppose we're still counting them.
You know, hopefully a lot. The more the merrier.
So far it has been a lot.
It has been a lot, but it's been cut down thanks to him disconnecting and reconnecting to the server.
Through that, Adam's going to throw out the highway smoke. Can cut, or Kanku going to pick that crank up on the A-bomb site on the boost. He doesn't stop. Doesn't matter if you're in an advantageous situation there, Mac. It doesn't matter how sensible you should be. All he sees is headshots.
Bit unsensible standing in the fire. I'm pretty sure his parents would have said, "Don't stand in that, Johnny," when he was growing up, but he didn't remember the advice that his parents gave him.
So how is he here right now, Mac?
You know, respawns in the game, fortunately. But Juicy finding a 14th. Looking bloody good. FIREMIX on the pistols yet again. Trying not to buy too much to potentially buy into the next, but can the pistols do the work that the rifles they've been buying over and over should have?
Speed push coming out though. Will the AKs be able to spray them all down? That is a affirmative there, Mac, as Kanku finds himself 3. Pretty easy cleanup there for the T's, which is going to build their economy even more. Talk about trying to come back into a game on hard mode. You're down 5 rounds. The T's have so much money. Even if you do beat them, they get a couple bomb plants here and there, and you've got them at like 14, 15. Guess what, Mac? They can still buy because the lost bonus. All the T guns are really cheap.
Yeah, you're right. All right. I believe in you. And look at this. Oh, we've gone for the glass cannon onto Crank. It's going to be enough Viper as well. So the double op setup, which was working for Juicy in the first half, but we haven't seen it do a huge amount here for FIREMIX so far.
It's got no armor.
Just going straight glass cannon with a shorter cannon. You know, and CanCut, he has been shut down over towards the A site. Crank finding Adams and FIREMIX looking to keep this dream alive.
So far, so good. I mean, 2 T's dead, no CT's dead. You really want to be building up that money. You can't be losing too many of these rifles here.
Especially if you are trying to come back in the game. 5 in the deficit. And Juicy knowing that they must do as much damage to the money as possible. But look at the angle here. Mix Cool. Not Mix Cool, it's just Cool, sorry. Cool up in the vent has been spotted, but he falls down. Is he going to do a crosshair? Yes, he has. InVakes once again getting the headshot and bringing it back to the 2v3. So there is a glimmer of hope for Juicy, but that bomb has to be retrieved. No contention. As Crank was all the way back over towards Shroud there. Now InVakes just holding strong. Showing some patience as the CTs do start to rotate in, as well as his teammates. So 2v2 on the B site, and Viper with a beautiful angle here could potentially find the bomb.
Mad Hackers just crouch walked his way in when there's a smoke.
The
Perfectly
timing.
good smoke available to him.
The timing, and with 20 seconds remaining, we are going to see InVakes going up in to vent, flashing over towards highway. And the smoke coming in, 10 seconds to plant. Are we going to see a play? Viper tag down to 74 HP and fast rotation from Crank. Now there goes the bomb. 4 seconds. This is it for Juicy. FIREMIX being gifted yet another chance, saving both the AWPs and an AK into the 27th. Can we see an overtime on the second map of the best of 3?
I believe so. I believe it's going to happen. Drop M4 over there from Crank, and it's going to be a nice buy out from the CTs. Obviously, Crank's not going to have armor with that second whopper. But who needs it if you just shoot everybody before they get to you? Another buyout from the T's. Probably will have another one following this, even if they do lose. It's going to be a quick one towards A, which going up against a double AWP should work fairly favourable for them, depending on how many shots Crank hits on the entry.
0 so far, but through the smoke, CanCut is going to be cut down. NK looking for more with the AK, holding the spray, timing, wrapping around. Oh, what a play. A couple of bullets left, in which I mean one. He is going to be eventually shut down there. Now, Cool last alive, hiding on the other edge of this smoke, going straight into the crosshair of Adams, and that will be that. Juicy taking the second map of the night, 16-11. It's just a bit rough for FIREMIX there at the end, but we are going to be going to Dust too, so I'm bloody excited.
Yeah, pretty huge performances from both Inver and Blitz, really dragging your boys over on Juicy through the end of that game. And we're seeing another great performance from some Israeli boys tonight. Not only your boys over on, what was their name in the first series against NASA that won? Nom. Yeah, I mean, Nom got it done. I don't know about Unique Stars and how they're going so far, but even these boys are getting it done. So, I mean, maybe we're seeing another region start to, another team, country start to cement themselves in a region, a bit like in Asia, where you got Thailand having a bit of a resurgence, couple teams doing really good in that qualifier so far. So,
it's good to see the state of international CS is just starting to climb.
Yeah, and we'll see how much more that's going to develop right after this break.